browsing Instagram, and I explained with Bruce Gannon and John Gruden running into each other out there in the city. Man, when the Raiders was really the truth, man. You know, the last time we was really the truth, man, was when Rich Gannon was under center, man, throwing the Tim Brown and Jerry Rice, man. You know, Joey Porter, Charlie Garner, Zach Crockett. You know what I'm saying? Doug Jolly from out of BYU. You know what I'm saying? We had Napoleon Harris from out of Northwestern. Philip Buchanan, got from out of Miami. You know what I'm saying? Um, damn. Well, we had a squad, man. Al Davis put, you know, the late, the great Bill Romanowski, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we had a squad, man. You know what I mean? And we had teams like that since then. It's just that for whatever reason, you know what I mean. Our owner, look, they can trash us all they want, trash the Raiders all you want, right? The problem I have with that is that what people ain't taking account of is the fact that, um, you know, the last two coaches that took us to the playoffs wound up getting fired the next year for whatever reason. You keep the coaches, man, who fuck us over, but you fire the ones who do good for us. We fired Jack Del Rio, I have no clue. He built a team that subsequently took us to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You bring shit, hell, you bring in bring, and I don't know, man. Um, I, as you see, I'm out of. Man, I don't know what to say about the ownership, but they can't blow it on this one, man. Like it's just like if they blow it on this one, man. I'm just saying like it needs to be it needs to be a shake up from the top to bottom, man. It ought to cause a ride, man. There's no way in hell you can blow this one. First overall pick, all the money in the world to spend. Period. All your picks. You know what I'm saying? You got at least four good pieces on offense. You got more than a lot of teams need. Going to have a quarterback. Mendoza seemed like the truth, but yet still that seems to remain. But you have Genty, you have Brock Bowers, you have Michael Mayer still. Three people, Genty, Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, three people that for sure that can go and start on any team in the NFL. If some team was lucky enough to plug any one of them players from us, they starting on any other 31 teams in the league. Um, Trey Tucker, they'll love it. And you know, people be trying to undermine. You notice how everybody try to undermine the Raiders players, but yet they plug them from us and they start on their teams. I just don't. I just think that people don't like seeing the Raiders with good players. You know what I mean? We are not the team that fuck over players. We are the team that players have traditionally came to and rejuvenated their career. You know what I'm saying? Look at our history. Players don't. We ain't like the Jets or the Browns or somebody that's the graveyard for motherfuckers' careers. I mean, motherfuckers have really rejuvenated their careers playing down in that silver and black, man. Um, Look, man, we can't blow it on this one. We cannot blow this one, man. Like, we got to get this one right. We have to get this one right. And let's not forget this, too, because I'm hearing talk about who the backup's going to be. Why y'all looking at, look, the last quarterback that took us to multiple rings, man, I mean, that won multiple games for the Raiders is still on the roster. Let's not forget that. I know most of y'all don't like Aiden O'Connell for whatever reason. I don't know why y'all bash the dude. But hell, he's the only quarterback we've had in recent memory that can say he beat the Chiefs twice. Whether he specifically has something to do with it or not, but when he was under center, we won against the Chiefs. Let's look at another fact, and I want somebody to go look this up. Go look up this stat. Gardner Minshew, Geno Smith, Pickett, whoever else you want to put, quarterbacks together and look at all of their time possession on the average when time possession when they under center. Who keeps the ball for the offense longer? Which one of them quarterbacks can say they keep the ball, the offense keeps the ball longer than when Aiden O'Connell's under center? I'm not this what I'm suggesting about all of this. I'm saying that we we are set at quarterback once we get Mendoza. We are set. We have our starter, we have our backup who's ready to come in and start, or probably should be starting already if he was actually given a real chance. I'm not saying nothing outside of that, but Aiden O'Connell is good enough to start on any team. If we fuck up, we're going to fuck up, I fear, and lose Aiden O'Connell, and he's going to go somewhere else and shine, and we're going to see the wrong way what we should have did with that dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we need offensive line help. Period. You know what I'm saying? All of these ESPN motherfuckers talking about the Raiders ruined Pete Carroll's career. We ruined him. He came to the Raiders and got ruined. My question to y'all is this: did Spytek and Mark Davis, did they not give Pete Carroll the latitude in bringing his own coaching staff, bringing his own players, signed multiple players that was otherwise sitting on a couch? Jamal Adams, known to play safety, brought him a linebacker. Like, those are Pete Carroll decisions. How did we ruin Pete Carroll's career? With Pete Carroll, was it Spytek that made Pete Carroll's son offensive line coach, even though he had no experience at coaching the offensive line? Was that Spytek or Mark Davis' decision? Was that Tom Brady's decision? No, I think not. That was his decision. Pete Carroll ruined his own career by his weak ass nepotism that he played. You know what I'm saying? You got a dude who did nothing for the offensive line. Now, as terrible as the offensive line was, somebody made a good point. It's almost impossible to really bash the offensive line legitimately because we don't know how good or not they were, being that the offensive line coach was not a coach at all. He was just a person that was just sitting there filling in position. He wasn't even coaching, not at all whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Um, they can't miss, man. They need to fill in that staff. Um, we need defensive line help. Max Crosby need help on that D line. Bottom line, he need help. We need a defensive tackle. I'm tired of watching teams run the fucking ball up the gut on our D. They don't run to the outside so much, but they run. I don't care who we got. We can go 8 in the box and they still run the ball up the gut and get 10 or 12 yards. I ain't feeling that. We need superb defensive tackles, man. We got some good depth pieces. We need some starters. You know what I'm saying? Um, we need to go get that center from the Ravens, Braden Smith from the Colts. You know what I mean? Probably draft some offensive linemen for sure. But we need defensive line help. I like Woolen, the cornerback from Seattle. Definitely should bring him in. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a lot of money to spend. They're gonna have to sign some top notch um free agents, man. But that offensive line, that offensive line, that defensive line, it's like number one, two. Max Crosby need help. Linebacker, free agency, cornerbacks, free agency, safety, free agency, or bring back what we had. You know what I'm saying? And or bring back what we had. Um, yeah. Who's going to be our defensive coordinator? Everybody. I mean, it seems to be like we're looking at Schwartz right now. I like Schwartz. You know what I mean? I don't know why we didn't do a better job at locking in Patrick Graham. You know what I mean? If he's, you know what I mean? Shit. I mean, it just show how much of a stud he was. The Steelers snatched him up. You know what I mean? We can't miss on this one, man. Like we cannot miss. This can't be a swing and a miss right here for us. We got to get this one right, y'all. We got to get this right. No way around it. You know what I mean? I'm ready to go. I like the QBX signing. I like the QBX signing for real. You know what I mean? We gonna see. I want to see who's going to the number one receiver is going. I want to see who they're going to pick up. We don't need no more than maybe one good receiver, man. We don't need to really do too much outside of the offensive line. We don't really need to add too many pieces on the O line outside of a receiver. We don't need no more tight ends. We don't. We don't need no more tight ends. You know what I mean? Another running back to go with Genty for sure. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened to the guys that was with us the year before. I don't know why we let Amir Abdullah go. You know what I mean? He went to another squad. As old as he is, he's still shining. Um, Zamir White, let it cut him. He should have been cut 2 years ago. Um, I forgot the other guy's name, but Genty, the truth, man. And we can. It's gonna be some good backups, man, that can complement Genty in that free agency. Um, Isaiah Pacheco gonna be a free agent from Kansas City. I think Isaiah Pacheco will go good with Genty. I love to see Pacheco. A healthy Pacheco with Genty for sure. You know what I'm saying? If Kareem Hunt's a free agent, I love to bring Kareem. I've been wanting Kareem Hunt in the silver and black forever. You know what I mean? Outside of that, wide receiver, man. You know what I mean? But offensive line first. We need to swing and hit some motherfucking grand slams, man, on that offensive line off top. Off top, you know what I'm saying? We need some motherfucking we need a center. I mean, look, I don't completely I need I need to see a whole season of Jackson Powers Johnson, man. I need to see a whole season here, man. Like I don't quite trust him at the most important position because it's like it seemed like at the most critical times he's a good player, but it's like at the critical times he fucks up. Like look at the Kansas City game where Aiden O'Connell was starting, probably could have beat, probably could have swept them. No, no, not beat them. Not swept them. I mean, excuse me, I'm fucking up. Certainly could have beat them. What'd he do? Fumble. It's not the first time that Jackson Powers Johnson fucks up in critical time or he gets some kind of weird ass penalty, man. You know what I mean? He remind me, nah, I ain't gonna say he remind me of. The only thing that was wrong with Barry Robbins, man, was that he had that mental breakdown during the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Some years back. But um, I don't know. We need to go out there. What's his name? Blindenberg, whatever his name from the Ravens. We need to snatch him up. We need a right tackle for sure. I think we can probably survive on the guards with what we have. I think, you know what I mean? The guys that we have, we got some guys, man, that can probably be some good studs, you know what I'm saying? But, the more the merrier. Hell, outside of Colton Miller's position, shit, you know what I mean? I say get that whole fucking thing overhauled. We got the money to do it. And we got the draft capital to do it too. You know what I mean? So offensive line first, followed by defensive line. You know what I mean? Simultaneously, I'm looking at running back, cornerback, line. I mean, I'm not even mentioning linebacker. We gonna always need a good linebacker. Always, and whatever we do, we gonna need linebackers. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We need cornerbacks for sure. Um, Palomao, I mean, he had a whole good. I mean, he had some good games, man. I don't, I don't know. You know, maybe he'll do better this year. You know what I'm saying? That I can give him a higher grade. You know, but I just don't feel like he was consistent enough. You know what I mean? Last year, but you know, it was his first year starting. I don't know. I don't want to put an asterisk by that season. You know what I'm saying? Because despite the blunders, man, everybody had a chance to show up and show out. You know what I mean? I like the. I mean, if anybody I'm really sold on, man, it's Ashton Genty. You know what I mean? Brock Bowers, I'm not surprised by anything he showed. I'm not surprised by anything he did. You know what I mean? Yeah. We can't miss on this, y'all. But anyway, let me know what y'all think. Like, share, and subscribe to your guy, man.